Hello, my name is SJ, and I'm with my friends. Their names are Zane
Yeah.
and Aiden.
Yeah.
Oh, Yahtzee.
And we're going to be the co hosts today. And we want to start off this podcast with asking our dear friend SJ, how's life's been going on?
Oh, my life is fantastic.
What have you been up to lately?
Lately,
We haven't really talked much since the Daquan Smith, really,
oh yeah,
on the video.
I miss those days. Uh, I have been not much. I've been family's a mess. I'm a mess. But it's alright. Because I got friends.
What have you been doing for one of your good friends next to you, your neighbor? I know you've been driving around a lot for him. What have you been doing?
Oh, yes. See, my new friend, the neighbor, is a good pal of mine. His name is,
You don't have to say his name.
oh, okay. His name is Ford Truck. And he decided to call me one day in the blink of the morning and was like, "Hey, do you want to go to the pet store and get fish?" And I was like, sure. I will go to the pet store with you later today to get fish. Because why not? So we went to
The pet store.
the pet store
You're struggling here.
to get a fish. We got two fish. Actually, no, we got three fish because he didn't like the two fish that he had. Because they were supposed to be albino fish, but instead they turned out to be black and in all kinds of different colors. So we got three albino fish, and then and then the next day he wanted to go to the store again.
This store is how far away from your house?
It's about 20 miles.
And this is a weekday, like Tuesday or so.
Yeah, it was Tuesday, I think. It might have been Wednesday. Not 100%. I don't really pay attention to the calendar. It was interesting. And I mean that's pretty much it for the fish story.
Fair enough. Well, I'm glad to have you back on the podcast. It's been quite a while since we've done one of these. This is kind of going to be sporadic. We're just going to do some talking. Maybe bring up some behind the scenes of some of the videos we've done. Starting with our first, Daquan Smith and Associates.
Yes, the Chronicles.
Zane, you want to comment on some of the BTS from that?
What exactly do you want to talk about with that?
Just the idea behind it and how we came up with it and everything.
Okay. The idea behind it, we were sitting in the same room we're in right now, and we were discussing we wanted to make a video. We didn't know what we wanted to make, so we started looking at some stuff. And for some reason, I pulled up on YouTube an advertisement for like a law firm. And I was like, imagine if we did this, but it wasn't a real law firm. So that's kind of how that whole idea came to be.
Fruition.
Came to fruition, yeah. And yeah, we just kind of came up with the name, Daquan Smith. I don't know, just kind of came up, and yeah, it was kind of.
It's really fitting for him.
It was obvious to me that we were gonna cast SJ as the lawyer too.
He's a really good fit for that role.
Yeah.
I mean, he just looking at him, he just pours out a vibe of personality and professionalism that is unparalleled.
And it was incredibly efficient too when we were shooting. Like each line only took 30 takes or so.
Really went smoothly.
Yeah.
And then I came up with the idea pretty soon after we constructed our basic plot that he had to wear that suit in the video. And that was like a 38 or 48.
It was a 50. It was a 50.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a 48-60.
No, it was pretty big. It was big chunky.
Yeah, we found that at the thrift store for about $5.
Yeah.
And it really made the video. I hope you still have that for an up and coming.
Oh yeah,
adventure.
I have the suit. I still gotta get it dry cleaned, but that's all
I
right.
would not get that dry.
I think one thing we could talk about that might be a little more interesting to the listeners.
Cletus.
Yeah,
Never.
is there is a lost video that we've made. We intentionally lost it. So about a month after we were making the Daquan Smith law firm video, we wanted to make another video, and I thought it would be really funny if we had SJ not in character come up with a recipe for something on his own. Like, we give him something to make, and then without looking up a recipe, he comes up with what he thinks is in it, shops for it, cooks it, and then eats it. I thought that would be pretty funny, but what wound up happening is we picked a cheesecake is what we were going to have him try to make. And as soon as we're about to go to the grocery store to get the ingredients, he decides he's going to start playing this character called Cletus that he came up with.
This has been an alter ego from high school that SJ has carried, and it's very near and dear to him.
But pretty much, he took his shirt off and was wearing an apron. And he was acting like he was from like the backwoods of like Kentucky or something.
No, it was very much trailer park oriented. But yeah,
There's trailer parks in Kentucky.
there is trailer parks in Kentucky, but I'm talking about white trash trailer parks like the
Those
ones.
are
There's
the
a
ones
lot of
in
white
Kentucky,
people in
my guy.
Kentucky.
I know, but like real white trash.
Oh,
like,
there's really
Kentucky.
white people
I don't
in
think
Kentucky.
you quite understand what Kentucky is.
That's the name of this podcast. White people are in Kentucky.
It's not the name of the podcast. Yeah, so we shot the video, and the footage was pretty unusable.
oh, it was good.
It was not good at all.
It was all right.
It was not good.
You know what? It was fine. Okay, we'll leave it at that.
It was not
It was
fine.
not great. The character really overshadowed the whole cooking.
Yeah. Plus, yeah, it was just not great. But we did make the cheesecake, which I think you decided that a cheesecake needed to have cottage cheese, and
It was
and a
All of the
Twinkie in the
cheeses we
middle.
yeah. We had cottage cheese, Twinkie.
What did you put in it to make it red like vomit too?
That was the yogurt.
There-
Yogurt.
That wasn't what did it. There was something else.
Or no, it wasn't yogurt. We had strawberry cream cheese.
It was the strawberry cream cheese.
It wasn't only cream
It didn't
cheese,
mix
it
well
was-
with the cottage cheese and Twinkie.
And then he put a brick of normal cream cheese in it too.
And then
And I don't know who told him this, but he put flour in it too.
Yes.
So it kind of just baked like a cake, not like a cheesecake.
and
Hey,
Our
there's
crust-
cake and cheese.
Our crust was made from orange citrus breakfast biscuits.
Oh yeah, that's right. You know what? It didn't turn out half bad.
It was like biting into an egg cake.
It-
It was horrible.
and then
But it was edible.
SJ's dad proceeded to he ate the cake, said the cake was good, and then he kept the cake in his fridge for months.
Yeah, I think it was 6 months.
6
Yeah, and this is after the cake wound up in the back of SJ's truck for a day and a half.
Sat there for a while. But your family has a history of leaving food in the car and not having an issue going back to eat it. I remember very vividly at one point I was in the car with you and I smelled something rancid, and you had wings, barbecue wings, that were in your Ford Focus for about 2 weeks, and you were adamant when I recommended that you throw them away that they were completely fine, and then you went ahead and grabbed them out of the back seat and started eating them while driving. And that was a life-changing moment for me. I didn't know that people could live that way.
Yeah.
Hey, they were still good, man. They still had
Two
barbecue
weeks
left
in the
on 'em.
car in the middle of June.
SJ, do you remember?
It was hot out. It cooked it for
There's
me.
another chicken wing story. Do you remember when we were in Columbia, South Carolina, on our way to Florida? You got the
Wing
hottest
Street.
type of wings they sold at the Pizza Hut,
Oh yeah.
and then you claimed a couple wings in that you were having a heart attack, and you had to stop eating them. But then you got a to-go box.
Yes.
And you didn't put them in the fridge at the Motel 6. You just left them in the back of the car, and the sauce from this foam box seeped all throughout the seat and onto everyone's stuff,
All over my pillow.
all over Aiden's pillow. And then for the next 2 days, you proceeded to slowly eat away at this because you didn't want to concede that they didn't taste good anymore and they were too spicy for you. So you just, while
Uncooked.
we're over
Uncooked.
here, we're going to the Walmart, we're getting groceries, we're cooking. Aiden's aunt's cooking for us. We're going to restaurants. You're like, no, I got chicken wings, and you're taking these shits out of the fridge.
Not only that, Aiden proceeded to put more hot sauce.
No,
Whoa,
so
hold
that
on,
wasn't.
hold on.
That's a whole separate thing. That
You-
wasn't the wings.
I
That
should
wasn't
tell
the
this
wings?
one.
No, this was the taco night.
This
Oh,
was an issue
we went-
because you were trying to make a point that they weren't spicy. You know, you were eating the wings on the second,
Yeah,
with the first leg of the trip. The first day, it's 2 days driving down to Florida. First day, we go get the wings. He eats half of them, has a heart attack almost. Get in the car the second day, leaves the wings in the car, starts eating them again in the car, and then continues to eat them for the next 2 days of our trip in Florida. Well, he keeps saying that these wings, they're not spicy, and we're not buying it. So when he's not looking, I take some what was the hot sauce called? It was ghost pepper, but I don't remember.
we went to the store, and we got him a container of Melinda's Ghost Pepper hot
It was
sauce.
Melinda's. Okay.
Yeah,
And so I put that on his Wing Street wings because he said they weren't spicy enough, even though they were, provoking a heart attack 2 days prior. So I spiced them up for him, and then he was completely red and sweating, and he was proclaiming that they were still not spicy enough. So when he was washing these spicy ass wings down, I decided it would be a good idea to pour a good quarter cup of Melinda's Ghost Pepper hot sauce into his Diet Right.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Wasn't that long ago.
Well, I didn't remember what I didn't remember the hot sauce. But I remembered the hot sauce, but I didn't remember what you put it on.
Well, it wasn't the wings. It was taco night. So he was putting it on your fish tacos. And
Fish tacos.
yeah, because his aunt made tacos, made fish tacos.
Hey, and they were good.
So
I don't think you could taste them, dude. You had
yeah, you put
I tasted
so
around
you
them.
put a little bit of hot sauce on it yourself because that's just what you normally do for food. And then Aiden was like, "Oh, it doesn't look like you have enough hot sauce on there. Let me add a little bit more." And you're like, "This is not spicy at all. Keep adding it." So he does. And then you're just like, and you're in pain, visible pain. All right? But you're not admitting that you're in any pain.
Oh,
So
no, I
then the
wasn't.
logical next step for Aiden to take is to start pouring the hot sauce in your diet right.
Yeah, I remember this now. That the tacos were floating. The contents in them were just floating out.
Yeah.
And then you drank the diet right with the hot sauce in it.
And then we did.
And
Didn't
then
we
you-
do milk?
No, you put it in his water.
It wasn't
Yeah.
spicy at all. I'm telling you. It was good. It
Wow.
was all
We'll
right.
find out next year.
Yeah. We'll have this.
Try again.
We'll try this again. Maybe I'll remember more.
SJ, do you also another food thing you did? Do you remember that night at Sheets where you ordered
I think I know what you're talking
two
about.
whole subs, 2 cups of fries, and mozzarella
It's like
sticks?
$36.
It was like $38 is what you spent because you got a milkshake too and you got some drinks.
Was that the time where I didn't
You
add the
ate-
bread?
You ate one. No,
No.
this is the get go. That was the get go
We'll
with
get to that
Aiden.
next. We'll get to that next. Let's go on this one.
This
first.
was the time that you ate the fries and one of your 4 sandwiches because at Sheets, when you order a whole sub, they just give you 2 half subs. They don't give you 1 whole sub. So you ate one of your 4 subs and your 2 cups of fries. And then I go to your house 3 weeks later to go work with you. And I open up your fridge and your other 3 sandwiches are sitting in there moldy. And you almost ate them.
Oh.
I had to go get your father to go tell you to throw that out because you were going to try to.
That's unfortunate. They were still good.
They were. I mean, you can eat around the mold. Like, people have done that for centuries.
I wouldn't admit this.
You also
so-
you put like ranch on there and stuff, dude.
The other story was one time I was working with SJ, and we went to the Get-Go to grab some. Actually, it was breakfast. We went to go get some breakfast on our
Yeah.
way to work, and he decided that he wanted to get himself a buffalo chicken sub.
Yes.
And he's very easily confused when it comes to ordering food, especially when there's a person there asking. But this was at the kiosk, and he was using the computer, tapping through, trying to get a buffalo chicken sub. And when he got to the option to choose the bread he would like on his hoagie, he chose no bread because he didn't know what to press. He got confused, so he got a buffalo chicken sub without the sub. So they gave him buffalo chicken in a plastic container with some lettuce and 2 uncooked slices of American cheese.
Hey, I gotta owe it to Gitco for being creative.
They let you order that. They didn't say no.
Cause they
They
figured it
didn't
out.
question it, man. They
Well,
were
I'm
like, "Are you
assuming-
sure?"
So you put on it that you wanted lettuce, I assume, right? Like on
Yes.
the sandwich. So instead of just putting the chicken in the thing and then the lettuce on top, they were like, okay, well maybe at least let's make it like a wrap with the lettuce. But
It was a bed of
did
lettuce.
you? So what did you think was gonna? Did you think that they were asking if you wanted extra bread? Were you thinking they were asking like if you wanted this like Big Mac style where there's like bread, then sandwich, then bread, then sandwich again? Like, were you
Well,
thinking there was an extra layer they were gonna add into it? I'm confused as to what the holdup was with the bread.
I've been with him before, and his logic usually is he thinks everything comes with toast.
Comes with toast.
So I
Yes.
think it was definitely the added bread
You
theory.
thought it was toast coming with the sandwich.
Yes, I thought they were gonna toast.
Well, it probably wasn't helped by the fact they ask if you want your sandwich toasted.
Yes, that kind of confused me. You know, I was there for about 5 or 6 seconds.
You had to have pressed not to toast the sub because
Yep.
2 uncooked slices of American cheese.
Yep. Yeah, it was
on a dog.
untoasted.
That was disgusting.
I still ate it, so it wasn't that disgusting.
Yeah. It's yeah, good times with you and food.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well, you got any stories to tell us that aren't about food, about
Yeah.
your life, SJ?
My life.
Yep.
There ain't much to say. I can't really say much. Oh, they don't know my. I guess I could tell you. All right. So about 3 weeks ago, or no, about. Sorry, I'm really bad with time. 2 months ago. Actually, help me out, Aiden. Do you remember?
What event
What-
are
what
you
are we
trying
going-
to?
If it wasn't that notable,
Is this like
then-
your whole living situation now?
Yes. Do
This
you,
is like 6 months ago at this
Oh.
point.
okay, 6 months ago, my.
we went from 3 weeks, 2 months, to 6 months. What? How has this happened?
I don't know. I don't remember time. Okay.
All right, continue.
So my mom decided.
No, I don't know if we should go there.
No, let's
We could let him cook.
let 'em cook.
They don't know my last name, so it's
We
alright.
can always cut.
You go ahead.
So my mom decided that we go down to the
Courthouse.
courthouse. Yes, the courthouse.
2 months, 3 weeks, or 6 months ago, we do not know.
Okay, continue.
We went to the courthouse, and mom decided, hey, let's get a PDF on my dad.
That's a file. You mean PFA?
A PFA. Yes, PFA. And, you know, I was like, sure. You know, I don't know why we're doing this.
This is something you do.
That's gotta be one of the weirdest responses to someone asking, "Hey, should we go get a restraining order?" You're just like,
It's Dad. Yeah,
"Sure,
we'll go,
man, that
Dad.
sounds like a good idea."
Let's go get some sheets and go down and do that.
Pop on down courthouse, get a restraining order today. I'll take a
good
Taco
hobby.
Bell afterwards.
Why is it funny for you? You did it.
This didn't strike you as funny until you heard someone else say it. This is just a normal
Shit.
day for you. Dude, this is your life, man. We're not even making this up. You're living it.
All right, continue.
So, anyways. So, I was like, sure. We went down. So, we ended up talking to a judge and filing the PDF, PFA.
PFA.
PFA. I was like, okay, well, I don't know why, but I guess this is good. And After that, we were there for about 3.5 hours because it's kind of a shithole. And we did that. And afterwards, we went to get something to eat. I think it was. Yeah, we went to get something to eat. We got something to eat.
Was it
Yeah.
Taco Bell? Was it Taco Bell?
Was it LJ's? You got Long John Silver's after this?
No. we went to the. I think we went to Mickey D's or we went to
yeah.
Burger King. It was one of the two.
I almost
Nothing
called
hits
it.
better than post-restraining order
I
Mickey D's.
I almost called that.
And we ate some. We went to the police station. We talked to the cops, and then the cops were like, "Hey, we're gonna go to your house."
and you were like, sure.
Sounds good.
I was alright.
Nice.
So the cops went to the house, and we had to wait at the gas station for a little bit. And when we got to the house, we saw Dad getting taken out of the house by the cops because,
You were like, sure.
yeah, he didn't believe that he was getting one, a PFA. So he was kind of, confused of the situation. So, and then the next day, Dad, and presumably, is that the right word? Took
No context yet.
my truck. Is that right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes, allegedly. They both start with A's.
Sure.
Presumably starts with an A.
Sure.
Anyways,
Continue. Let him cook.
he slept in my truck and he drove to work every day for the last 3 weeks.
That's not
Last
the
3
last
weeks.
3
This
weeks.
was 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 weeks after 6 months. Does that work? No.
You know,
Three-
I think they understand.
Yeah.
3
we'll move
weeks
on.
in the 6
We'll
months.
move on.
In the beginning of 6 months. Anyways. So we did that. And then we decided, or Mom decided, or should I say we? Mom decided that it was okay for him to stay at the house. So I had to move from the basement to live upstairs.
Yeah, let's dive in a little bit extra on this. So real quick, let's just explain to everyone now what the current situation is at the house.
Would probably be better. What it was before 6 months ago.
Well, before, I mean, you can assume with what he just said that SJ was in the basement because he moved out of the basement. But now, since you've moved out of the basement, where are you?
I live in the master suite.
So you live in the master suite of your own parents' house while your mom sleeps in another room on the same floor as the master
The
suite.
spare bedroom
And
Yes.
your dad is in the basement.
Right.
where you used to be.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I got it good right now. See, I got oh, I don't really have it great because I gotta rebuild the bathroom myself, but it's still the master suite.
You got a jacuzzi tub.
Yeah, I do have a jacuzzi tub. It's pretty nice. It's from the 70s. It works all right.
You used it before?
Yeah. Yeah.
When was the last time you hopped in there?
About 3 years ago.
Oh, wow. You gotta hop in there soon. Get some like bath bombs and stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burger King?
Charcuterie board.
Scrubby
board.
scrubby bubbles.
Scrub. I would not put that on your skin.
Some chalk.
Some bleach. You're bathing with a bleach balm.
I thought that's what that was. Or bath salts. See, I mix
That
those
took a
up.
while.
I mix those up.
Yeah.
They're hard,
All right.
They both start with
I'd
the
like
same
to
letter.
imagine that you wash your back with a toilet brush too.
So SJ, how exactly did you guys come to the conclusion that you should be the one occupying the master suite? How did that come about?
Well, it was pretty simple, you know. My dad lived in the master suite before, and I lived in the basement, so we just switcherooed.
So your mom never once was like, I should have the master suite.
To
And
be
you-
fair, they slept in separate rooms.
yeah.
So she would have to move
Yes.
all of her stuff into the master. It'd be a whole nother day of work probably for her. It's not really worth it. He can have the master suite.
That's just crazy.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
wild, dude. That's wacky. All right.
Well, I think you've revealed plenty about your personal life.
Yeah,
Zane's
SJ's.
turn.
Well, I was gonna say, SJ, are there any stories about Aiden or I that you would want to share with the audience?
I could, but
We can cut it if it's horrible.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. My memory is very bad. So, trying to think of times. Zane was a character in our high school. He was a good dude. I first. When did I meet you?
It would have been your first freshman year.
Sounds so much worse. You could have just said freshman year.
Okay, freshman year.
Freshman year.
The freshiest. The freshiest of the years. You know, because I did it twice.
Freshman year A. All right.
Yeah, freshman A, freshman B, and freshman C.
You didn't have a freshman C.
No,
You
you-
went freshman,
you left.
freshman, straight to junior.
Yeah, that's right. I skipped sophomore
Yep.
All right,
Uh,
back
you
to
were
the story.
because
You
I'm
were
super
also-
smart.
you were a summer school legend, dude.
Yeah.
Like 4 straight years. Did you graduate without summer school senior year? Did you just graduate out of the regular school year?
I think I did. Yeah.
Okay, so you had 3 summer schools, right?
Yes.
Nice.
You know.
And 2 of them were
I
completely
think
useless.
Mike and Josh both also had like 3 summer schools.
But SJ had to go to 2, and it didn't benefit
Yeah,
him
he
at all.
didn't pass the summer school. Yeah, he failed the summer school.
Yes.
All
Well,
right, back to Zane's story. Go ahead.
Zane. Okay. I want to say we first met in freshman year.
Yep.
We hung out in this class with the topic of the basketball coach legend. I forgot what his
John
name
Wooden.
was. John Wooden.
Wooden. Yeah.
Is that right?
Were you in mine or Aiden's class of that?
I don't know.
Where was the story going? Are you just talking about how you met him?
Yeah.
I was, but
No,
I
we're-
don't.
We're looking for like some
Yeah,
juicy
something
stories.
I did, like something stupid
I
or
can,
funny.
I
or-
can speak on Zane's behalf.
Okay.
Personally, I'm not going to bring up my own because that might be a little not as funny.
Do you remember things that I done with Zane? Because I don't remember.
No, but I could talk about what you did in school, and I could talk about what Zane did in school. I'm going to do Zane first, and then we'll come back to you. We'll circle back. So
Okay.
Zane, back in high school, decided that it was most. What am I looking for here? It would be in his best interest to go to at least 3 lunch periods a day.
No, I capped it 2. And I only did that
It's-
if I had a study, like if I had a substitute teacher.
It's
So,
crazy that
junior
you have
year-
to say that you capped for 2, though.
I remember
You, my friend,
we're gonna come back to that. We're coming to you too. That's
you
what I'm gonna
cannot
do.
speak.
But I remember very vividly in junior year, I would have a study hall with Zane, and I also had a lunch like most people did. Well, I know he went to his own lunch, and then whenever my lunch came around, Zane would pop up and grab a slice of pizza and a Mountain Dew, usually buffalo chicken.
Yes, the best pizza.
And then after my lunch period, at some point, forget when, I'd have a study hall, and Zane would show up with a bag of chips and a Mountain Dew. So one could only presume that Zane, throughout at least a year of his high school career, was getting 2 lunches and a bag of chips or candy and a Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's kind of a funny story.
Yeah. I mean, I was just speed running obesity at the time. Is what I was doing.
Dodging the draft.
Nah. The crazy thing is, like, I was nowhere near my peak during that point in time.
Oh
fact,
no, you peaked very high in my book.
That wasn't then, though.
Yeah.
It was only like 260 then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I actually. I didn't gain any weight that school year. I maintained the entire time somehow. So that was crazy. But yeah, I did over COVID put on an extra 45 pounds from that. That was a good time.
Prime's in.
Yeah.
All right, one of you has to have one for me.
Let's see.
I don't want to come up with my own. That's going to be awkward.
Oh, I'm sorry for not remembering things. I know we've had a lot of times where we're just goofballs. We had I'm trying to think. This was I don't know.
All right, well, maybe we'll come back to me. Go back
Yeah.
to SJ. Back in our high school days, SJ would do his fair share of skipping classes as well. And one instance that happened at least weekly was his need to come to every lunch period, not to
Yes.
eat, but to escape math class. And
Yeah.
we had a math teacher. I won't name his name here, but he was a little strange.
Yeah.
And he was very adamant that SJ was in his class. So we would see him running through the halls, or speed walking, looking for SJ
Yeah.
in our lunch every day.
There was occasionally, I think there were about 2 times where we were sent on a mission by this math teacher, because it was a free period for us, to go search for SJ in the school and bring him to this math class.
Yes.
Because he had seen him walking in the halls earlier that day, so knew he was there, and
And we
He
wouldn't
was
find
not
out
in
until
attendance.
a much later date.
we found him actually
Yeah, but
in the bottom of the stairwell.
for the most part, I remember that. But for the most part, we wouldn't know where he was, and that is because
Where do I go?
at a much later date, we found out that he was in the bathroom stall, and that's all we will go. That's all we're gonna say.
Ooh, do I want to talk about that?
It's up to you.
That's pretty
To
funny.
you, man.
It's up to you.
It's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny. Ooh. Yeah, fuck it. Alright, so I had a thing with hentai. And I would watch hentai during lunch.
You would watch it
then-
at the tables. You wouldn't
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
go to the stall to watch it.
I would
Yeah.
watch it at
With
I'd
the
watch
volume
lunch.
on. Yeah, like you had no shame.
And I would try to show people. I'd be like, "Hey, yeah, check this out. Yeah, Yoko Lintner. Oh yeah, oh yeah." Anyways, and then I would get very horny and walk to the bathroom. And this ties in with the story.
when the math teacher and the vice principal are scouring the halls looking for SJ, he is in the bathroom.
I was in the bathroom, letting one out. Letting like 3 or 4 out.
Throughout the course of the day or in one sitting?
In one sitting.
Jesus.
I was a really horny guy. But I never had the guts to talk to any ladies, so I, just jerked it in the toilet.
If there's any ladies that are interested in SJ, he's a great guy, and we will leave his longitude and latitude in the YouTube description.
How are you getting longitude and latitude?
Google Maps
Your house address.
Oh.
gives
Maps.
you the exact coordinate of where everything is.
Yeah, if you want a guy that's kind of, I wouldn't say...
Ooh, dating profile for SJ. Go ahead. Describe yourself in 5 words.
Kind, goofy, likable, horny, help me out, Zane.
You haven't spoke on your intelligence at all.
Oh, yeah. Smart.
Alright, that's 5.
Okay.
You see, I would have not mentioned that was 5 because
Incredible.
he would have right after the 5th one gone, which was smart. He would have gone and said a 6th one.
Yes, incredible.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm not smart. It's just that I forget things, and then, we've already been through that. All
What
right.
would your perfect woman look like?
I don't know. You guys ever see the TV show In the Dark?
No.
It's pretty good. It's about a blind lady that tries to solve her friend's murder,
Okay.
and she
So
plays a blind lady.
So you want a blind chick,
Well, no, it's the way she acts, like the
like the visually impairedness.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say now because Zane kind of screwed me. Yes, I wouldn't mind dating a disabled lady because I myself is going to be disabled.
So hold up, you're predicting your disability? Is this like, so
Well, even if I wasn't disabled, I wouldn't mind dating a disabled lady.
But that's, this is very different disabilities. You struggle with learning. This is
Yes.
a person that has to touch little bumps
she
to read.
struggles with seeing light.
Oops, I'm
It's not
sorry.
exactly the same hemisphere.
Well, anyway, she's a hoot, in the TV series. It's pretty good. I recommend watching it.
So you're into blind chicks.
Well, yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say I'm into blind chicks because it kind of screwed me.
That really seems like there's a lot of ill intent there.
No. I wouldn't mind, being a caretaker, helping her with her needs and
All right. Fair
Yeah,
enough. No
yeah.
restraining order, right?
what do you mean restraining?
You wouldn't get a restraining order. against
Oh,
her, right?
because of my family. All
What
right.
if she was abusive?
If she was abusive, I would
Throwing stuff at you?
still love her.
Damn. It's dedication, folks.
Yes. Oh, there's the 7th one right there. I'm dedicated.
Nice.
7th? No, we're on the 6th.
The
Yeah,
6th
he
was
had
incredible.
a 7th.
6 was
Dedicated.
incredible.
It's so good, we're going to skip 6.
All right. Hey Zane, if you tell me a story about us hanging out, maybe I'll remember.
Story about us hanging out.
Like a silly one, or even a normal one.
All of
don't
us, or
matter.
just me and you?
Just me and you.
Didn't happen very much.
Yeah, it's kind of rare.
I was Planet Fitness.
Yeah, we did go to the gym a couple times.
Oh, I mean, it's not a very good one. This is a. We'll come back to the gym. I remember one that is half decent about that. But I remember after the freshman year B and freshman year summer school B was failed as well. You would come to school anyway, even though you were now on online school, and you would just ride your bike to school and come in and hang out with everybody.
Yes.
And that was admirable. I thought that was really cool. I wish I could have been that guy.
Yeah. And security guy Joe didn't stop you.
Just
Yeah,
let
he
you
would
right
just
in.
let me right in. It was great. I would walk in the door and the security guy was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm doing good. Can I come in?" He'd be like, "Yeah."
No
Alright.
longer a student.
No
Yeah.
longer a student, and I would hang out with people, and it was good times.
But going back to the gym, there was a day that we all decided we were going to go out to the gym, and they have, if you ever been to Planet Fitness, they have a lot of treadmills, they have a lot of stepper machines. But you can incline the treadmill to a 35-degree angle. And SJ was using all of that to his
Yeah.
fullest potential. And so he was basically walking up a cliff, and he was very much struggling.
Yeah. Yes, I was. I was struggling.
You were trying to run like 7 miles an hour
Yeah, I was trying to
on
prove.
the highest pitch.
I was
And
trying.
You're an avid user, so that doesn't really help your case.
Yes, I'm an avid smoker and chewer and
The lungs aren't what they used to be.
yeah, but it's okay. I still get around, but not only that, my knees are fucked. So I was trying to prove that I could run really fast with bad lungs, bad knees,
The
and
cigarettes seem to help you. Whenever we go and we throw the football around, do a little 7-on-7, you light a cigarette up, you go run a route, you catch the ball no problem. The cigarette's not in your mouth, the ball's going straight to the dick. There's no shot.
that is true. I don't know what it is, but I get a boost of energy when I'm smoking a cig, and it just helps. I mean, I wish they could do that in the NFL, because
Might
I'd be
be
playing in the
running
NFL.
dependence on nicotine.
Like I could be a running back in the NFL if I was smoking a
I
cigarette.
don't think you're fast enough for that.
I could be a running back for the let's see, bad team. The Seahawks.
Well, I feel like we've made a lot of headway today. So we've had some good moments. We've
Yeah.
had some bad moments. We've had some moments that maybe shouldn't be put onto the podcast.
Oh, and by the way, we're going to add Cletus back into the series,
If you guys would like to see the video, let us know.
unedited. And if you want, we could do a version where we mute it and we just voice over it. It'd probably be a lot better.
A director's cut.
Yes, a director's cut.
Director's cut of Cletus pie. Cletus cakes.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. Anything else from anyone?
You want to put your phone number out there for girls to talk to you?
That's bold.
Not really.
That's bold.
Hey, if you guys you girls wanna hit me, or women,
Girls.
you
Yeah.
women wanna hit me up, call me at 412-579-0946. I'll be waiting.
All right. So I guess everyone, thank you for listening. If you're still with us this far, we'll probably have another podcast episode coming out next week. We have another friend of ours that's going to be coming on to be a guest. If you have any ideas of something you would want to hear us talk about in the podcast or videos you'd want to see us make sure to comment that in the YouTube comments. Also, we are on Spotify with this podcast. So go ahead and look us up there. It is the 599 podcast. Go ahead, give the podcast a 5-star rating, give it a listen. Yeah, thank you for listening.
And
Keep it
if you have
chill.
any ideas for future skits, throw them our way. We are doing some brainstorming, trying to get back into doing a couple. And
We are
hopefully
taking acting applications too.
we are taking applications. Unpaid.
Free labor.
Yes, interns.
Put it on the
as you will.
resume.